what was your crime? How did you come into the mix of everything that happened with the police yesterday?
Well, I had around the time about 4 o'clock or so, I got information that Chigozie had been arrested. So, and I knew the venue, so I rushed to the venue, which was the city gate. And when I got to the city gate, I saw the policemen, and then we didn't see anybody. We didn't see Chigozie, and then we didn't have any information. But there were some people who were assembling on that place. So while they were assembling around the city gate, the policemen approached. That was the first approach of policemen to the group. And then there was a kind of altercation. So I said, okay, what is the problem? As you know, I interacted with the police, and I told the team that the group, the obedience that were there. I said, okay, the policemen said that the venue had been changed to Area 1. So I said, okay, you will contact Area 1, the team, the group in Area 1, so that we'll know where Chigozie is and who has been arrested, because information was filtering that it was not only Chigozie, there were other people who were arrested. So the policemen now insisted that they should move. So they now moved towards, if you know where they call Magic Land, which is very close to that city gate. The Magic Land is a recreational center, amusement park. So about 20 of them assembled there. And while we were talking, I was trying to ask questions to find out where we could find Chigozie, where did they take him to. We now saw this convoy of policemen, army, road safety, DSS, and then civil defense. It was about 20 vehicles. And when they came down, I could estimate about 100 people. I was surprised. So as they came down, and then they started moving towards these 20 people who assembled in front of the Magic Land. Then this lady who is, I think she's a journalist, a radio journalist, I think her name is Happiness, was now videoing them. They now rushed. And then among the people were old, there was an old woman, a few old women, and then some young people, women, men, and all that, young people. So most of them started running. Well, what now happened was that they now went after the girl. She was not running, she was still videoing them. So when they approached, they asked her, why are you videoing? So I now told them, I said, she's a journalist. They said, carry her. I said, don't touch her. She's a journalist, she's doing her job. I think I flashed her ID card. Then they insisted and dropped her. When they rushed, then the girl threw her phone because she knew they wanted to grab the phone. So she threw her phone. And Bulus, the person who was eventually identified as Bulus, now got the phone. They now rushed towards Bulus. Bulus now threw it to somebody who was very close to the gate of the amusement park. And the person caught it and disappeared. So they carried Bulus. So when they started hitting him, beating him with their baton, the gun, the boot. It was just, I couldn't really stand that. So I now said, why do you want to kill him? They said if they kill him, they will go and bury him. At that point, Bulus slumped. When he slumped, I now had to step, towards them. I said, why are you doing this? Then I said, oh, we'll kill you too. And I said, no, you kill me. Look at my age. If you kill me, what have you achieved? I said, I've actually achieved everything I want to achieve. So if you want to go and kill me, go ahead. So I said, we will arrest you. I said, no. Then they said, oh, they now, one of them, picked my phone. I had to hold him. And he was dragging the phone. So when I started dragging the phone, one came and said, you should leave me. I wanted to raise the button. I said, I have to now pick my car. I said, look at who I am. You can't, don't ever touch me. So I think one of them saw it. So, and some people said, oh, that man is a professor. So they now left me. carried the phone and walked away. Then meanwhile, they had carried that girl, you know, then Bulus was lying prostrate on the ground and lifeless. So I was also worried. So when they were carrying him away, I said, where are you taking him to? They said, why not leave him since he's lifeless? They said, no, they will not leave him. They will, if he's dead, they will go and bury him. So at that point, they had taken Bulus, they had taken the girl, they drove off, and then another man. So they drove off, and I now got more worried. Here I was trying to locate she was here and other people, and now I have 3 more people, you know. So we now started, you know, making calls and all that. And eventually, there was a woman there who came from Lube with Bulus, who now gave us his number. Then we also got another woman who knew the journalist, who also gave us. So about 7 o'clock, that lady called and said they had dumped them at Federal Secretariat. And you know the distance from this thing is some distance from the Federal Secretariat to the city gate. So now had to drive to Federal Secretariat, and then that's why we saw Bulus stay lying where they dumped him, and then we now carried him. First of all, we went to Gariki Hospital.
Hold on, sorry.
Okay, we now got some lawyers.
Sorry. Let me get this right. You said they dumped Bulus. They dumped him. Oh, I don't know what happened there. I think probably there was an incoming. Okay, we can hear you now. Go ahead.
Yes, so that was where they left him, and then the lady called us. So we now went to the
at that point where they dumped. At that point where they dumped Bulus, was he still? Was he? Was he?
Yes, I think what
conscious?
Because by the time they took him, the impression what we had was that he was dead because of the way they beat him and the way he was lying there lifeless, and they had to drag him.
So do you think they left him thinking that he was already dead?
No, I think he gained consciousness before they dumped him. Okay. Because the lady told us that by the time we met him, he was very weak, bloodshot eyes, and then bruises on his face, and his clothes torn. So we now had to carry him. And then I called some lawyers, said, what do we do? This is the situation. And, I never met Bulus. I had never met any of those people, So now we took him straight to Gariki. When we got to Gariki, the lady told us that if this thing was going to make a report to the police, that it's a private hospital, I should take him to National Hospital. So we now took him to National Hospital. And luckily, by the time we got there, we told us go to the trauma center of the National Hospital. We got there, and the doctors, swung into action immediately. They put neck call on him, and then I had to arrange for people to stay with him, and then we started calling his people. So that night they had to do X-ray, and then today we went back there, and they said that they were suspecting he had head injury because his eyes were bloody and all that, so that he was going to do CT scan. I think they have done the CT scan. And then, he's still lying there at the hospital, very weak, and he says that he has a blood vision, when I saw him in the afternoon today. So that was, so they now took my phone, and then they left. Eventually, in the night, we called the phone, and the phone rang. And then somebody said, we should give him another number that he will call us. We gave him the number. He called us, and then we identified that. I think we found out that he was a policeman. But when we started calling him again, he didn't pick. So today I had to go to First PRO, and then they called the man. They had some issues, and then they now told me that it's like the phone is with DSS. So I had to call people in DSS, and then they called me again later and said they traced the phone to the FCT police command, and then so tomorrow because I had to go back to see Bulus, so I said okay, tomorrow I'll go and keep moving around to check to see whether I could still retrieve the phone from them.
So without mincing word, one who said that the police, referred that they stole your phone.
I can't hear you clearly.
Yo, I said without mincing word, one who said that the police stole your phone, and this is Bulus here on the screen is Bulus.
Yeah. Okay, yes, okay. This is
at the hospital.
Yes, that's
okay.
Bulus.
That's.
Yes, and I think these people are very ferocious. I don't understand, because I was asking them, why do you need to use this force? What is the problem? Is it that people should not assemble, or is it that these people are causing any? And there were very few. How do you unleash hundreds of over 100 policemen or armed men on if they had wanted? I mean, they had tear gas. They could have just fired tear gas on the crowd. Why were you going to pick them and all that? And also there was something also we had that they were looking for some people. Some people had it's like they had been marked out for arrest or whatever, so this
what sort of people are they looking for?
I think they have the description of the people there, because they were saying that there was a particular woman who was in that environment that was wearing black shirt and was carrying a bag across his chest, and then they were asking somebody, where has that woman gone? So
okay. Now, Prof, before I let you go, because I need to speak with Professor Chris Nwokobia now, but before I let you go, you are in Abuja, considering the fact that you know that Asari Dokubo and his boys can freely protest in the municipality of Abuja, just opposing it to what you witnessed yesterday that happened in Abuja. What do you think is happening in Nigeria right now?
Well, I think that something is really wrong, sincerely speaking, because this is a democracy. Even in the military regime, you don't charge at people, unarmed people. In fact, because I was there in front of that magic land, they were not even making noise. They were just talking among themselves. They were not carrying any placards. There was no marching, no movements. They were just in one place, not 20 people or less than that. And I think something really, I don't know, we need to maybe educate or talk. The government needs to understand that what is going on is something that is
or rather,
don't you think
that they are carrying out instructions that was given to them from the above?
Sure, they said they were instruction. I mean, we had that saying, the instruction. In fact, they were saying, you people, let me even tell you, one of them said, until we kill somebody. I think I'm sure you would have, because a number of videos would have captured, until you keep somebody, you will not keep quiet. So what does that mean? I mean, it's something is very despicable. That
thank you very much, Prof.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining me. Let me have Professor Chris Nwokobia now, but before I do, I'll play this video for context here. Prof, thank you very much once more.